Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this JavaScript tutorial I will show you how you can make this type of product card animation. So this video I already made in Angular, but here I am making this in JavaScript also because here is the design is same but the functionality is the different. So first of all I will show you the preview. So here you can see there is the 4 card and 4 product. Okay, so every card, if I hover, so here you can see the hover effect, and every product card there is the 3 unique products. So if I hover on the product, so based on hover, so here the product is changing, you can see here. And if I hover out, so my chosen product is still here. Suppose if I choose this product, so if I hover out, so this product is still here. So there is the functionality, and this part is different from Angular, so that's why I'm making in JavaScript also. So I hope guys you will be enjoyed this video, and if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video and subscribe my channel. So first of all guys, I will open my Visual Studio Code Editor for making this type of animation card. So guys, now here you can see I have opened index.html and style.css file, and inside this index.html file I have already added some structure of HTML, and here I have added the CDN link of Bootstrap CSS. Here you can see, and the font of some CDN link I have already added. So these 2 links I will provide in the description. And guys, if you know how to get the CDN link of Bootstrap and font awesome, so you can do that. Otherwise I will provide the link in description also, so you can take the link and put in your project also. And this link is for this external CSS page. Okay, so this link I have added here. So now guys, first of all here I will write the CSS of this body tag. So I will copy this body tag and just here I will paste, and I will add some CSS. So the CSS will be padding. First of all here I will add the padding is 60 pixel and 0, and here I will add the background color code is hashtag EEE. So this will be add the some grayish color. And guys, here padding is 60 pixel 0, that means it will be add the padding top and bottom is 60 pixel and left and right is 0. And you can do the same thing like this way, like top and then right. So right is 0, so you can like this, and then bottom is 60 pixels, so you can like that, and the left is 0. So first of all it defines top, right, bottom and left. So you can do that like this way, but the top and bottom is same and left and right is same, so we don't need to like this way. So just here we can like this one only, that means top and bottom 60 pixel and left and right is 0 pixel. Okay, and now guys, here I will add the Google font, because here in this website I will add the Google font, and here I will show you how you can do that. So first of all here I will open the browser and I will open the new tab, and just here I will type Google Fonts. So after typing this one, here I will get this Google Fonts first link. So you have to be do the same, and you have to be open the link. So here I will use the Roboto font. So after typing this one, here you will get different types of Google font. So you can choose any font and you can use in your project, but in this project just here I will use the Roboto font. So here the first one is, you can see Roboto. If you did not get the Roboto font, so here you will get the search option, so there you can write the font name, that is Roboto. So after typing this one Roboto, so all the Roboto font I will get here, but I need the first one, so I will click this first one, Roboto font. And now here just I have to be choose the style of this Roboto font. So first one is, you can see the font weight is 100, so I will choose this one. And this one is, you can see the 100 and italic, and this one you can see 300 font weight, and this 300 italic. So this way all the font I will choose from here, and how many font you will choose, so that will be added here. And so first of all I will choose all the font from here. And now guys, here after choosing this one, so you can see the all the font is added here. So suppose if you want to remove any font, so you can click this minus sign, so it will be removed, which you don't need that. So I need all the fonts, so I will not remove anything. And now guys, here I will show how you can import this font. So you can import 2 ways, like you can use the link. So here you can copy this link and just in your page like here you can paste the font link like this way. Okay, in the header tag, inside this header tag. So here you can see, but here I will not use font by link. So here I will use font like this import. So here you will get this radio button link here import. So I will click this import radio button, and now here I will get the import link. So apart from this style tag, just I will copy this link. Okay, so I'll copy this link, and now here in the CSS page, just first one, so first one I will paste this font link. Okay, Google Fonts link, and now here I will copy this font family, and in the body tag, inside this body tag I will paste this font family. So that means here I will write all the code inside this body tag. So that means whatever code I will write inside this body tag, so there the font will be added Roboto font, and I just use only the Roboto font, so I paste it in body tag. If you want to use like different font like inside this H1 tag you want to different font, and inside this P tag you want to different font, so you can add separately. But whole of this project here I will add Roboto fonts, so that's why I have added inside this body tag. So this is done, and I hope you have understand. And now guys, here just inside this body tag here I will write the class. So first class will be a deep class container. So container class is the bootstrap class. So whatever I will write inside this container, so that will be at some space in left and right. Suppose if I type any content, and now if I save, and this one I also save, and now I will go to browser, and here if I refresh, so here you can see this one is start from here, and it's added a padding in top and left and bottom, top and bottom, because in the body tag I have added the padding in top and bottom. So that's why it's added padding, and the content start from added some space in left, because I have added the container is the bootstrap class, and it's used to add space in left and right. So guys, here one thing, that is here it's added that more space, so I don't need the space or more space, I need the little of space. So that's why I will not write the bootstrap container class. So here I will write the containers. So this is the normal CSS class, so you can write now any class of instead of containers, and I will copy these containers, and just here I will paste, and here I will modify this container. So first of all I will set the width is 90%, and here margin is 0 auto. So that means first one is the top and bottom, and second one is denotes the left and right. So 0 means, that means margin top and bottom will be 0, and the left and right will be auto means it will start from middle. Okay, so that is auto. So now if I save, so if I refresh, so here just also I have to be saved, and now if I refresh, so you can see now the content is start from here. Okay, so it's added the little of space, and it start from middle, so it's also are done. And now guys, for here I will write the next HTML code, so I will remove that one, and now here I will write the class, that is title. And after that, here first of all I will write the P tag, and here inside this P tag I will write the content, that is suppose they are dummy content, the best seller of high theme. So this is the dummy content, you can write any kind of content. And now here I will add the H1 tag. So H1, and inside this H1 tag I will write best seller. So first of all I will add the span tag inside this H1 tag. Why I will add the span tag, so that I will explain also. So span, and inside this span tag I will write best, and outside this span tag just here I will write seller, because guys here this span tag I will add the different color, and that will be affected to the best content, I mean this word. So this word I will add the different color, so that's why I have added inside this span tag. And the seller I have outside this span tag, because here I don't need to add the CSS whatever I will add in this best. So that's why I have added in separately using a span tag. So now guys, here I will add the CSS of this title. So I will copy this one, and just here I will paste, and now here I will add the CSS, that is margin bottom. So margin bottom is 10 pixel, and now padding bottom is 40 pixel. So guys, now here you have to understand the difference between margin and padding. So if you want to add the space outside of this element, so that's time we write margin, and if we want to space inside this element, so that time we write padding. So now here I have added margin and padding also, because I need inside and outside both the space. And now the next thing, that is I will write text align center, and the another thing, that is position relative. So guys, text align center means whatever text whatever content I will write, so that will comes from middle, and the position relative I will explain it next. So now first of all I will save this one, and just here I will leave this. So here you can see the content, and here it comes from middle, because here I have added the text align center inside this title. That means whatever content I will write inside this title class, so that will becomes in middle. So that's why this one. And now guys, the next CSS I will add. So I will copy this one title, and here I will add the before tag. So before tag. So guys, here this before tag, this before tag will be a floated. So that means guys, this before tag I will add the position absolute. So here you have to understand the two important CSS property, that is position relative and absolute. Suppose you want to float a div, so that time that div we write the CSS position absolute, and where the div will be floated, so that div we write position relative. So the title div will be the position relative, because on this title div I will float this before, so that's why it's a position relative. And just here I will write position absolute. So position absolute. So this one is done. And now guys, the another important thing, that is when we use before and after tag, so that time we must write content, and content is blank. So here you can pass any content if you want to show, but otherwise just we are to write content. It's very important. If you don't write the content, so the before and after tag will not be worked. So content is blank. And now here I will set the width is 200 pixel, and height will be 3 pixels. So I hope guys you know what is the width and height. So here I am not explaining of that. And now background color. So background, so you can write background color, background hyphen color, and you can set the color property, otherwise you can write background. So both are the same. Okay, and now the color code is DB. So here you can see it's added the grayish color. And now the difference, another CSS property, that is bottom is 15%. So guys, here you have to be remember, that is when we float a div, so that time, because the div is floated, so that time you have to be set the position from where the div will start to float. So guys, that's why I will set the position, that is it will float from bottom 15%, and the left is 50%. So the div will start to float from bottom 15% and from left 50%. And the another CSS property I will write, that is transform translate x, and minus x is minus 50%. That means guys, so bottom and left, top, right, so there is the 4 CSS property for setting the position of a div. Suppose you set the position top 0, so that means the div will start from top, because it's a top 0. Okay, so when we pass any position, position absolute or relative, so that time we set the top, bottom, left, right, the position. Okay, so that is this one I already passed. And guys, transform translate, actually transform translate is the same of this one, bottom, left, top, right, it's the same like this property, but it makes this property like top, right, left, bottom, it's strongly. So that's we pass this one, transform translate. So guys, here just you can see I have passed not transform translate, I have passed transform translate x. So always x is the denotes for width, and y is the denotes for height. So here I have passed x, that means it will start from minus 50% from width, and here it's denoting left, because bottom and top is the height, position of height, and left and right is the position of width. So that's why I'm making the strongly like bottom I mean left and right, so that's why I have added transform translate x. Otherwise you can pass like this way also, like transform translate, and the bottom is the 15%. So first of all it start from top, so top is 0 comma top, then is right, so right is 0, and then bottom, so bottom is 15%, so here 15% comma, and left is the 50%, so here you can write minus 50%. It's a 50%, so when we write transform translate, so we write the minus, so here we will write the minus also. So you can pass like this way, so it will be denotes all the things like top, left, right, bottom, so that will this css will make strongly this one. Otherwise I don't need that, just I need to make strongly it left, so that's why I had passed only minus 50% for translate x. That is with. I hope you understand this one, that one, because that one was the very important, so I explained. And now before tag is done. So guys, now I will save this one and just I will check to the browser. So if I refresh, so here you can see it's added a line, so this line is comes from this before tag. So here you can see the background color is grayish and it will start from 15%, left 50%, so the line is comes here. Okay, so now guys it's a done, and now here I will add the after tag also. So I will copy this title class and just here I will paste, and here I will write after tag, and now here I will write the same thing, because I already said that is when we write before and after tag, so that time we need to pass the content. And here now I will not keep it blank, here I will write the content. So content will be the font awesome icon. Okay, so now if you know the font awesome icon, so you know how we pass the font awesome icon. So in the HTML page, just we write this way I class and the font awesome icon, so FA and FA home, like icon name, that is FA home. So this way we can pass. So if I save this one and if I refresh, so you can see it's added this icon. So we can add the font awesome icon like this way. Another thing, I mean another way we can add the font awesome icon also. If you don't know, so here I will explain. So like content, and here you can write the font awesome code, not a class, you can write the font awesome code. So if you write the font awesome code here, like the code is F005, so this one is the font awesome code. And after writing this one, here you have to be write the font family, and the font family will be font awesome, so FONTAWEA, so AME, font awesome. So F and A is the capital of font awesome. So you can pass the icon like this way. So if you pass icon like this way, so it will be add in the after tag. And now here the position I have to be right absolute, because I said when we want to float any div, so that time we write the position absolute. And when we write the position absolute, so that time we have to set the bottom, top, right, bottom, I mean from where the div will be floated. So here I will write the bottom is 10% and left will be 50%, and the same thing here I will pass also transform translate x, that is minus 50%. And I already explained what is the use of transform translate x. And now guys I will pass the another CSS. So here I have passed the font awesome icon. So now I will set the color of font awesome icon. So I will set the color, and the color will be same this one, whatever I passed in this line tag. So now this one color, and here I will write the another CSS property, that is font size. So that means font awesome icon size will be 16 pixel, and I will set the another thing, that is width. So width is the 50 pixel and height will be 20 pixel. And the another thing, that is background color. So background color of this icon will be this one, whatever I pass the color code in body tag. So now if I save and if I refresh, so you can see it's added this star icon, because here I passed this star icon code. Okay, so if you want to pass any icon, so you can go to the Foundation, and there whatever icon you will find, so there you will find the class, like whatever I shown I class, so you will get the class also and you will get the code also. So you can pass like two ways. So I have passed this star icon code and I am getting this one. And now guys, here I will add the CSS for this p tag. So I will copy this title, because inside this title tag there is the p tag. So now here I will copy and this p tag. That means guys, whatever CSS I will pass, I mean I will write in here, so that will be affected only this one, because I have written that is the titles and p tag. So that means the p tag CSS will be added, the parent if title. So now here the parent tag is title, so that means the this CSS on I mean this p tag will be affected by this CSS whatever I'm going to write. So first of all, here I will write the color will be this color code. And now font style, so guys font style will be italic. So italic means, so I will save this one, and if I refresh, so here you can see the font is little of blend, so that is italic. And now here I will write the font weight. So font weight will be 700, so that means the font it will make more bolder. So if I save and refresh, so you can see the font is now more bolder. Okay, so another thing, that is I will write margin top is 0, and that means outside of this p tag I don't need a space, so that's why margin top is 0. And now margin bottom, so margin bottom I will write that is 1 rem. So guys, here another thing I want to clear, that is here I have passed margin top and margin bottom like 2 line, but you can, instead of this 2 line, you can pass like this way. Suppose you can write like margin only, and then the margin top is 0, so the first one denotes 0, and the left and right will be also 0. So after top it comes left, right, top right, then margin bottom is 1 rem. So here 1 rem, and the bottom the left is also 0. So if I pass like this way, so I don't need to write this 2 line. So you can see it's a less of 1 line, so I can do that. So save, and here you can see it's a done. And now I will add the CSS of this h1 tag, and this h1 tag's parent class is title. So the CSS what I will write, so I need to affect it only this h1 tag. So here that's why I will not write the only h1 tag, so I will write the title class, I mean inside this title class which whatever how many h1 tags, so that I want to affect it by this CSS whatever I'm going to write. So first of all I will write the title, and inside this title class how many h1 tags, so that will be affected. So I have written like this way, title and h1. If you want to add the CSS whole over the h1 tag, so you don't need to write the parent class name, so I don't need to write. So just I will write only h1 and I can write the CSS. So that means whatever CSS I will write here, so that will be affected all over the h1 tag, but I don't need that. So that's why I have added the parent class name, and inside this parent class whatever h1 tag, so that one. Okay, and now here I will write the CSS, that is first of all font size. So font size is 44 pixels, and I hope you know the font size. And color code, here I will write 13, this one you can see the color code, so that is the little bit of black color. And now font weight, so font weight here I will make it bolder, so 900 font weight. And the text transform, so here just I will explain the text transform. What is text transform? So text transform is, you can see I have written uppercase, that means here now you can see the text, that is first one is the capital and the other one is smaller text, and here you can see the first one is capital and the other one is smaller text, because I pass like this way in the HTML tag. You can see the first text is the first letter is the capital, and after that smaller, and here is the same, you can see. So now guys, suppose I want to make all the letter is capital, so I can do that using a CSS. It will be easy because here now is the only 2 words, so here you can change. But suppose the line will be 100 lines, so that time you cannot change. So that time if I write the CSS in only one line, text turns from uppercase, and now if I save and refresh, so you can see the text is capital, all the text is capital. So this one is done. And now guys, here I will add the CSS for span tag. So inside the span tag there is the word that is based. So if I add CSS for the span tag, so that means the CSS will be added in this word based. So now, so the first of all I will copy this title tag again, and inside this title tag there is the h1 tag. You can see here h1 tag, and inside this h1 tag there is the span tag. So I will copy this span tag and just here I will paste, so this one. And now here I will add the CSS. So the CSS will be just, I will change the color of this based. So the color code I will write here hashtag FA0. So this is the yellow color. So now I will save, and so then you can see the based color will be changed if I refresh. So you can see this one, because I have added the CSS for span tag only, and and inside this span tag there is the based word. So that's why it's changed the color only based, this one. So you can see, and this one is the done. And now guys, here just quickly I will write all the HTML code, and then after that I will write the CSS, and I will explain how it's work. So now guys, just here below this title class, just here you can see. So here first of all I will write the div class row. So here I want to make 4 column. So guys, row and column is, I can use 12 column only. So guys, if I want to use suppose I can use like 12 column, so 12 column I can divide. Okay, and now I want to divide it only 4 columns, so I can do that. So here 4 column, that means I can divide the column like 3. So div class call md3. So if I copy and paste this at a 4th time, so that means I can divide it 12, like 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12. So total I can divide 12 column. So I divided it 3, so that time I am getting 4 column. I hope here you understand. Okay, so first column 3, just I will write the HTML code, and then I will write the CSS. So first of all the HTML code will be cut. So div class cut, and now the another class I will write, that is div class cart main. So this one, and here I will add the another class, that is div class discount, and discount here I will add 9%. Then div class label, and here I will write the another class, that is label green. So guys, here label class, here I will add the CSS for label, and here just in this class I will add the color code only, because here this element color sometime may be green, sometime may be red. So that's why the color code I will write the in separate class. Like suppose this one will be the red sometime, so that time I will pass the label red color, whatever in this class code I will write the color is red, and the green color, this class I will write the color code green. So that time which class I will pass here, so the label color will be changed. So here I will write the content is pre-order, and now the another is, that is here I will write div class product container. So guys, here you can write class name, ID name, variable name as per your choice. Okay, so it's not that I'm writing product container, so that time you have to be write the product container same class. You can change the class, but the CSS whatever I will write here, so the CSS will be, you have to be passed the same, otherwise the design will be break. Okay, but at the time to bootstrap, like this row class, it comes from bootstrap, this column is comes from bootstrap, so that time you have to be write the same class name, row column, because here already predefined some CSS property in this row class in Bootstrap, and this class is coming from Bootstrap. Okay, in the same thing is coming from column MD, that is from Bootstrap. So here I hope you understand. And now guys, here I will write the deep class, and the class name is P. So guys, here you can see when I was showing the preview, that time when I was hovering on a product, so that time I was getting some product, I was changing the product based on hover effect. So that is the product actually where I will hover. So now here I will set the images. So here I will write the image tag, source, and dot slash images. So I have already added some images in my folder. So the image path I have set, and now here I will add the alter tag. Here I will write product. So guys, now if you don't know what is the alter tag, so alter tag means, it's first of all it used for SEO purpose. Okay, suppose the image path is blank, I mean now I have set the image is static way, but guys, suppose the image is coming from API and the image link is missing, or there is no image in database, so that time the image will comes like blank. So that time the alter tag will help. Suppose if image comes in blank, so that time you will get the content whatever you will pass in this alter tag. So that will help the SEO and the programmer also, that is image is blank. Suppose now if I paste I mean save this one, and if I refresh, so here you can see the image, and here you can see the discount 9% and the pre-order whatever I pass the content in label. And now guys, suppose the image path is blank, so if I save and refresh, so here you can see it's showing the product, the content whatever I pass in this alter tag. So that means guys, I can also understand that is the image path is blank, and it will help the SEO also. I hope you understand here. And now guys, the same thing I will copy, and just here I will paste 3 times, and now here just I will change the name of this image. So I already set the image name like image2 image3.jpg. so these images you will get in Google easily. So here you can say this one is the image1, image2, and image3. okay, so this image you will get in Google easily. You can download the image and you can store in your folder where you want to store, and just you have to be set the path name. I stored the image inside this images folder. Again I will show you that one also, because you may the confused. So here you can see this one my the project JavaScript, and here is the CSS file, here font style.css, and you can see the images. So in these images I already stored, and the image name you can see here image1, image2, image3, image4. so the 4 images I already downloaded from Google, and I already saved in this image folder. So that path I have passed here. Okay, and now guys, this one is the done. And now just below of this product container class, here I will write deep class, and inside this class just here I will pass the class name is image, and here I will write image source. So first of all guys, here I will show you the first image by default. Okay, so that means guys, here and I will type the alter tag, and here I will write the alter name is image, but alter name you can write anything as per your. So here I have passed the first one whatever I passed here. Why? Because guys, by default I will show the first image here, and when I will hover on this images, so based on the hover, suppose if I hover on this image, so that time this image source link will be added here instead of this one. And suppose if I hover on this image, so that time this image link will be added here instead of this image. So first time by default I will show the first image, this one. So that is done. I hope you understand this one. And now guys, after this image class, here I will write the line. So deep class I will write the class is cart line. So by this CSS, by this class here I will add the CSS for added a line. Okay, so when I will write the CSS code, so that time you can understand. And now here I will write deep class cart item. So cart item. So when I was showing the preview, so that time when I was hovering on the cart, so that time the black color background and some heart icon, search icon, and the card icon was coming on hover. So that was actually writing the HTML code. So here I will write the UL tag and li, and inside this li tag here I will write a tag. so anchor tag, that is. And href, I will write the blank href, because when I will click this icon, so now just I am making the landing page, so that time I will not redirect to anywhere, so that's why I have added it blank. Okay, and now here I will add the font awesome class. So now here I will use the font awesome icon using class, but before that I had shown how you can font awesome icon using for icon code in css. Here I had shown you, here if I show, so you can see I have shown that how you can use font awesome using code, but now I will show how you can use font awesome using class. So now the font awesome class code I will write fa and cart. So this one, so let's check it, by this class I am getting the font awesome icon or not. So if I save, and so guys, now here you can see I'm not getting the icon because actually I missed the spelling here, I mean the class name. So I will do one thing, that is I will go to the font awesome official site, and from there I will take the class name. So font awesome icon css, just you have to be write this one, font awesome icon css, and after that you will get this link. So I will go to this link, and here you can see it's already selected icon. If it's not, so you have to be click this icon tab, and here you will find the search option. So from here you have to find which icon you need. So I need the cart icon, so I will just type cart, and here you can see different types of cart icon. So I need this one. So here I will do copy this one. I don't need this area hidden true because it's not usable, so I don't need that. Just I need this class fa shopping cart, and this fa class I already have added here, you can see. So instead of fa cart, here I will paste this one. So save, and here you can see the icon is here. So like this way I will copy this li tag, and I will paste more than 2 times, and the icon class name I will change. So this class name I already remember, so here I will write heart, and this name I will change, that is search. So now if I save and go to the browser, so you can see there are the 3 icons, so heart and search icon. So this one also are done, and now below this cart item class, here I will write the class, that is not here, just this card main. Okay, so this card main class below here. So here I will write deep class content, because guys, when I will hover on this card, so that time the hover effect will be affected the content whatever in this cart main class, but I don't need the hover effect in this content class. So that's why I have added this content class below of this cart main class. Okay, so now here I will write the content. First of all I will write the product name. So the product name I will write inside this anchor tag, because when I will click this product name, so that time the page should be redirect to the product details, but here I will not, I'm just making the landing page, so that's why here I will write the blank. But when I will make all the page, so that time here I have to be add the link, product details page link. So that means when I will click the product name, so that time it will be redirect to the product details page. And now inside this content, here I will pass the product name. So product name, here I will pass the dummy content. So incident and TONGUE bar. So you can pass any name here, just I have passed the dummy content. And now guys, here I will pass the rating. So deep class, and here just I will pass the font awesome icon, because I don't need the functionality of this rating at this time. So that's why here I will pass the font awesome icon only. So the icon class is fa star hyphen o. So this is the class. So rating always 5 times, so 5 rating. So I will copy this one and paste at more than 4. So you can see this is 1 2 3 4 5. So now if I save and refresh, so here you can see this is the star rating, and this one is the name of this product, and this one is the done. And now guys, here I will set the and here I will pass the class is rating, and now below of this rating class, here I will write deep class, and not a deep, here I will write the product price, so P tag. And inside this P tag, first of all here I will write the span, because the same thing where I shown in the heading, if I show the browser, so when I need to change the only one word, so that time I passed it inside this span tag. So I need this one to change this one, so here I will write the span, and here I will write the class is money. So here in this span tag, just I will set the price, that is 81.00. okay. And now outside this span tag here, so now guys, here I will start to write the CSS. So first of all, you can see bootstrap class row and column. So this two class comes from bootstrap class, so I don't need to change. Just I will write the CSS from this card, so I will copy and just here I will paste. And here first of all I will write the class is, that is border, I mean CSS property is border radius, and border radius is 3 pixel, because I just want to make the corner round. So if you want to make the corner round of an element, so you can write border radius. And now here I will write transition. So transition will be all point to s is in out. So that means guys, when I will hover on this card, so that time I will add some animation. So that is, this container was coming from the right, if you have remember when I was showing the preview, and this cart item is also coming on based on hover effect on this cart. So that time, so that's why I have added the transition, because when I will add the hover, so it will be animated. And now I will add the CSS for this card main. So I will copy this one and just here I will paste this card main. So position is the relative, because in this card main class something I want to float, and what I want to float, this one and this one. So this two class will be floated. So where it will be floated, in this card main, because the card main is the parent class. So inside this parent class the child class would be floated. Actually that is the rules. So here the parent class is of this product container, and card item, that is card main class. So that's why the card main this class is the position relative. Okay. And here this will be also floated, this two things. So first of all I will make it float this discount class. So now here just I will paste this discount, and now here I will start to write some CSS. So first of all here I will write the background color. Background color will be this one. So discount class means guys, this 9%, this one you can see. So this one, now I'm adding some design. So if I save, so you can see it's added the background color, because I have added here. And now here I will write jet index. So jet index is also an important thing, because when we float any div, so that time we have to pass the jet index, because it denotes how much the element will be floated. So here if you pass 9, so the div will be float up to 9 from the parent div, and if you pass here 100, so the div will be float 100 from, I mean from your parent div. So here I pass jet index is 9, and now the position is absolute, and color is the FF, I mean inside this discount, here is the content, that is -9%. So -9% color will be white. And now font weight, so font weight will be 700, and the another, that is text align center, that means that -9% this content will comes in center. Display will be block, so that means here you can see this is the content, so this will be block the line. Okay, if you write the inline block, so that means inside beside this content you can bring any content. Suppose here is the content, this one. So if I want to bring this content here, so that time I had to write the inline block, but here I don't need that, so I had written display block. And now after that here I will write text transform uppercase. I already explained the use of uppercase. And now width is 70 pixel, and height is 30 pixel, and the border radius, so border radius top is 0, and top, then right is 15 pixel, then bottom is 15 pixel, and left is also 0. So here is the different CSS. So I pass like this way, so top, right, bottom, left. So and now here I will pass the line height. So line height is 30 pixels. So now I will explain what is the use of line height. So guys, suppose here is the line. So just here for example, just here I am writing this line, and suppose just here I will give you the example. So here is the line, and after that here is the line. So here this line and this line, there is no space. So if you want to add between these two line the space, so that time we are write line height. So that means between this two line it will be add the space, so that is line height. So suppose now here is the one line 9%, but it would the two line, so 9%, and they are below this 9% two lines. So between 9 and this line it would add the space, so that is line height. So now line height is 30 pixel, and the font style will be italic. And when we may float any div, so that time we are to pass the position from where the div will floated. So left will be -9 pixel, and here guys, now I will write the top is 30 pixels. So that means this discount div will comes in top 30 pixel, and from left is -9 pixel. So now I will save this one, and just here if I refresh, so here you can see it comes from top 30 and in left -9. So that's why it's the overflowing from this card div, because it's left -9 pixel I have added. And now guys, here I will copy this discount div, and here I will paste, and here I will add the another, that is after. So after when we write, so we need to write content, this is must, and now position is also absolute, and here I will write another, that is border top. So border top is the 6 pixel solid, and the color code is C80, and the another, that is left, because when we write position absolute or relative, so that time we set the position, so that is left from 0, and bottom is -6 pixel, and here also I will add the border left. So border left will be 8 pixel solid and transparent, and border right, so border right is border right will be 0 pixel solid, and color is transparent. So save, and now refresh. So you can see it's added this one. And now here I'll go to HTML. So now I will add some CSS for this label. So I'll copy this one, and here I will paste, and now this label is also will be the floated. So position absolute, and bottom is 84 pixel, and left, because when we add position absolute, so that time we set the position, so left will 10 pixel, and the font size will be 10 pixel, and the font weight, because I want to make it bolder, so font will be 400. And now text transform, so text transform will be uppercase, and jet index is 2, and another line height. So I already explained about line height, so line height will be 100%. And now the color is white, so color code I have written, that is FFF. This is the white color code. And now border is radius is 3 pixel. So this one is the done. So now if I save, so label means here, so this one is the label. So if I refresh, so it's not showing here, you can see it's showing here. So it's I did not add the background color, so background color I will add in this label green color, because I said the background color sometime will be different, so that's why the background color I will add that separate class. So here I will add And here another thing, I will add the padding also. So the padding will be 5 pixel and 8 pixel, and the background color will be, so background hashtag 5cb and 85c. so you can see this one is the green color. So if I save, so now it will be visible. So you can see this is the color green, background color green, and now it's a text color white. So now you can see it's a visible. Okay, so now I will add the css for the next one. So now this one css I will add the later, but before that I will set the css for this image. That means this one. Okay, so this 3 image, I mean this one, this first, second, and this 3 image I have added here. So this css I will add the later. So before that I will add the css for this one. So I will copy this image and just here I will write. So first of all, here I will set that is width will be 100% and the height will be 300 pixel. And now inside this image class there is the image. So now I will add the css for this image. So I will copy this image tag. So here I will paste. So now guys, this image tag's parent class is this image. So I want to add the css now whatever image in this image class. So that's why I will copy this parent class and just here I will paste. So here I will paste, and now this, and now here I will set the width is 100% and the height is also 100%. So that means width 100% and height 100%. So here the parent class height is 300 pixel and the image tag is height is 100%. That means the image height will be 300 pixel because it will go up to the parent class height. The parent class height is 300 pixel. So if I said image height is 100%, so it will be 100%, I mean go up to 300. Okay, so that is, now this one is done. So if I save and comes here, so this image you can see like this. And now here I will copy this cart line class and just here I will paste, and now this line I will add a line. So here I will write height is 2 pixel and background color is F1, this one. So save and now refresh. So now here actually you cannot see the line. So when I will make the design for this images also, so that time you can see the this line. Okay, so before that here I will write I will copy this card item because now I will make a design for this one. So I will copy this one and paste, and here I will write text align center. So that means whatever content in this cart item, so that will becomes in center. And now line height, so line height I already discussed. So line height I will add 45 pixel. And background color, so background color here I will add this color code, it's a black color. And transition will be all 1s, I mean 1 second, and is in out. So now guys, you are thinking every time I have written that is in out. So is in out means guys the transition will be same when I will hover, so that time, and when I will hover out, so that time the transition will be same like 1 second. Okay, so that is in out, I mean when I will in and when I will out, so that the transition will be same. And guys here when I will hover the cart, so that time the cart item, the black color background you already I had already shown, that is the black color background was animated. So that is this one. So I have added here transition, and now I will add the design for this UL. So this UL is the parent class is cart item. So I will copy this cart item, and inside this cart items child is UL. So now I will write this one. So first of all here I will set the padding is 0 and the margin is also 0. And now here I will copy and paste this UL, because inside this UL there is the li tag. So I will write the design for this li tag. So now here I will write display inline block, because guys, here if I show, so all the icon you can see, it's not a side by side. So when we, I mean, it's a block the element, so you can see it's block the line. But when we want to we want to bring the side by side, so that time we write inline block. So that time the icon will be in a line, so that is inline block. So now if I refresh this one, so you can see it's added a black color and the icon is side by side. And now here I will write the lease style type is none. So that is there was the dotted, so every icons there is the dotted. So that is actually list style type none, because I don't need the dot. And now here I will write position is relative. Okay, and now inside this li tag, here I will add the before tag. So guys, here I will copy this up to this li tag, and just here I will paste, and here I will write before tag. So every side of this icon, here I want to add the border, so that's why the border will comes from by this before tag. So the when we write the before tag, so we must write content. Without content, the before tag will not work. So content is blank, and the border width will be 1 pixel, and the height is 18 pixel. And now the border color will be, so the background color, because this border I'm not adding like the property border, here I'm adding like before tag. So that's why here I will write the background color. So background color will be RGBA. R is for red, G is for green, B is for blue, and A is opacity actually. So here I will write the color code. So the first of all, R color code is 255, green color code is 255, and the blue color code is 255, and the opacity is 0.15. okay, so now here the another thing, when we float a div, so that div will be floated, so that time we write absolute. So position absolute, and when we float a div, so that time we have to set the position from where the div will float it. So it will be at minus, left is minus 2 pixel, and the top is 10 pixels. So now save, and just here refresh. So you can see it's added a border here. And now guys, here you can see, just I don't need the first border. You can see here I need only the border of the middle of this icon. So that's why here I will do one thing, just I will copy this one, and so I will remove the border from this one. This cart icon is the first li tag, so first li tags after here is the this border, so I need the remove this border. So the li tag is first, so that's why here I will write the first child. So that means the first li tags before, if I write display is the none, so that means it will remove the border from here. So you can see the first display border is removed from here. And now guys, here I will go again, and just here I will copy, and I will paste this one, and now a tag, anchor tag. So because inside this li you can see there is the a tag, so now I will add the design for a tag. So here I will write padding. So padding is 0 and 18 pixels, so that means top and bottom padding will be 0, and left and right padding will be 18 pixel, and the color of this icon will be hashtag CCC. So this is the color code for icon. Here is the now blue color code, so I added CCC grace color code. So you can see it's added a padding and added this color code here. So this one is done. And now guys, when I will hover this icon, so that time I will change the color of this icon. So now here I will copy this one, and just here I will paste. So when I will hover, so that time just I will change the color of this icon. So here I will write color FA0, so this color code. So if I save, and now if I hover, so you can see the icon color is changing, and this one is also done. And now guys, this now here just I will copy this product container. So now I will add the design, I mean add the css for this one, I mean here all this product. Okay, so I copied this product container class first of all. So now here just I will paste this product container class, and now first of all position absolute, and then it's a right because I have to be set the position. So right is minus 40 pixel, top is 10 pixel, and jet index just here I will set the deep how much will be floated, so it will float 4. And transition, because here I will add some animation, so transition here I will add 0.6s. and now first of all if I save and refresh, so you can see it comes like this way. Okay, so now I will do one thing, that is here here first of all I will write p tag. Okay, so p tag, so p tag is border 2 pixel. P tag means I will show that is this one. So now p tag border is 2 pixel, and the border is 1 pixel solid, and the color code is RGB, and here I will write the color code is 233 comma 233 comma 233. So this is the border color, this is grayish color code. Okay, and now here I will add the height is 40 pixel, and width is 40 pixel, and cursor pointer. So that means when I will bring my cursor here, so that time it will be shown the hand icon. So first of all I have added the css for the parent of this image tag. So the parent of this image tag height and width is 40 pixel. So now I will add the css for this image tag. So first of all I will copy this parent class name, and now then I will write the css for this one. So here I will set the width is 100%. So that means 100% means it will go up to this 40 pixel, because the parent class is 40 pixel. So if I set the 100%, that means it will go up to parent, so that is 100%. and now height is 100%, and here I will write the opacity is 0.8. so now save, and here if I refresh, so you can see the image is coming from here, because the parent of this product container I already added, it's a right minus 40 pixels, so that's why it's right minus 40 pixel. And now here all the images opacity you can see 0.8. so here I will write the another css, I will copy this one. That means when I will hover on this image, so that time here I will write opacity is 1. so if I save and refresh, so when I will hover on this image, so you can see the blur effect is removing, because I said in the hover that is opacity 1. so black this blur effect is going on the hover. Okay, so this is done. And now guys, here first of all this all the images I will remove, I mean I will hide. So that's why this product container, this is the whole main parent class. so this product container, here I will write opacity is 0. so that means this whole of these images will be hide, you can see, because it's a opacity 0 I have added. So now when I will hover on this card, so that time this product container which I now just recently hide, so that will be animated. So for that here just I will write cart, because when I will hover on this cart, so that time it will be added the animation. So when I will hover on this card, so dot card hover, so that time which class I want to show, this product container class, which I just recently hide using opacity 0. So I will copy this product container class and here I will paste, and just here I will write that is opacity 1. So that means here if I refresh, and now if I hover on this card, so you can see the card is showing, and if I hover out, so that means card is hide, because when I'm hover out, so that time the opacity is 0, but when I'm hover in, so that time it's a opacity 1. Okay, so this is done. And now guys, the another thing, that is when I hover on the card, so that time this one is the right -40. So here I will write at the time to hover, right is also 0. So now let's check it. So if I hover, so you can see it's coming from right -40 pixel to 0. So that's why you can see it's showing like this. So this is done. And now guys, here I will add some CSS for this black background color. So that is actually, first of all, this black background color, this one is this cart item. So I will show you this cart item, it's this background color. So here I will do one thing, that is this cart item. So I will go to the CSS of this cart item now. So here, you can see this is the cart item. So first of all, this black cart item will be height also. So here I will write it's a same opacity 0. Okay, and here I will write that is position is relative. And now here I will say that is top. Here same thing I will write like -30 pixel. So first of all I will remove this opacity and save. So you can see this card one, so you can see it is in now -top. And now when I will hover on this card, I mean this card, so I will copy this card, and just here I will write hover. So that time this cart item dot cart item, so that is now -top. So here I will write it top is 0. So let's check it. So if I refresh, if I hover, so you can see it's -30 pixel to it's coming top 0. Okay, like this way. So first of all I will hide this one. So this cart item, here I will comment out this opacity 0, and when I will hover on this cart, and then the cart item will be opacity is 1. So it's a done. So if I save, and now you can see it's coming like this. So you can see the hover effect is done. So now I will add the CSS for this one, and this in here this content. So first of all I will copy this content class now, and just here I will paste, and now I will add the CSS. First of all, padding. So padding will be 16 pixel and 0. So now you can see it will add the padding. So save, and you can see it's added the padding. And text align center. So text align center, so that means the text will comes now in a left, so it will comes as a center. So it's a done. And now guys, I will add the CSS for this name, this one. So I will copy this content class, because this is the parent, and this name in this anchor tag. So I will add the design for this one anchor tag. And now first of all I will write the font size. Font size is 16 pixel, and the color, I will add the color of this font. So here I will add the color code this one, and the font weight I will write it bolder, so it's a 700. And the text transform, that is capitalized. That means guys, here you can see the text, it's already a capitalized because the first or letter you can see it's capital and after that small letter, so that is actually capitalized. So again, for make it strong, suppose anyone change in HTML, suppose if anyone write it small letter and if I set in CSS capitalized, so that time it will be a refresh, so you can see it's a capitalized. Okay, after if I change here small, so that is the thing, so capitalize. And now here I will write the another CSS, that is transition. So transition is all 0.3s, that means when I will hover on this text, so that time I will add the hover effect, and the hover effect will be a transition, I mean animated. So that is transition I have added here. And now I will copy this one and just here I will paste and hover. So when I will hover on this, so first of all I will change the color, so color will be this color. So this one done, and now save and refresh. So when I will hover on this color, so you can see color is changed. But guys, one thing that is coming the underline, and that comes for anchor tag. So here for removing this underline, when I will hover, so here I will write the CSS property text decoration is none. So save, so hover, you can see it's removed, the underline is removed. And now I will design for this star, this one. So this star is coming this rating class. So first of all I will copy this this rating, and inside this rating class just I want to design this star. So here I will copy this I tag, so here I. So now I will write the CSS. First of all I will change the color, color is this one, and the line height is 22 pixel, and margin is 22 pixel, that means top and bottom 0 and left and right will be 22, and font size is 12 pixels. So save and refresh. So guys, here you can see this star is coming like this way, because here margin is not a 22, I'll write here, I will write the margin is 2 pixel. Okay, so now it will be perfect. So you can see this is the perfect. And now I will design for this p tag, which is here. So this p tag, the parent class is content, so I will copy this content, and now I will write the p tag. And here first of all here just p tag I will write the margin bottom is 0. And now inside this p tag I have added for separate for adding a separate CSS, I have added the span class, and that is money. So now this span class, first of all the parent is content, so I will copy this content, and now after that there is the p tag. So here I will write p tag, and inside this p tag there is the class money inside this span tag. So I will copy this class money, so I will write like this way. And now here I will add the CSS for this one. So for first of all I will write font size, so font size is 20 pixel. And now here I will write the color code, I will write this yellow color. And now font weight, so I will make it bold up to 700. And the font style, I will blend this font, so font style is italic, that I had shown already. And the margin right, because guys here if I show, so this is the money and this is the old price, so between money and this old price here I have to be at space. So that's why margin right is 6 pixels. So now save and let's check it. So you can see it comes like this way. And now I will copy the same thing and just here I will paste, but instead of money here I will add the design for this price old. So now instead of money I will write this one, and I will add the CSS. So first of all line height is 18 pixel, and after that display inline block. So it's already display inline block when we write anything in span tag. So span tag is a display inline block, but after that I had written that is display inline block. And now guys, here color is this color code, and here I will write font style will be italic again. And now the font weight I will write 400. So save and refresh. So here you can see it's coming like this way. But guys, actually this is the old price and this is the recent price. So for that, here on this old price text I have to be add a line, I mean I have to be cut this old price. So for that, here I will write the another CSS property, that is text decoration will be line throw. So that means it will add a line on throw of this text. So save. So you can see it's added a line. And now guys, all the content you can see it's now background is transparent. So this content class I will add the background. So I will copy this content class here, and here I will add the background, that is this ff. That means the background color will be white. So you can see it's a white background color, and the whole of this card, so that background color will be also white. So I will go to top from where I had started the written this card. So that background color I will write also white. So I will copy this, and sorry, I will write this white. So you can see it's added like this way. So this is the line and the hover effect. So now this is done. So I will go to HTML, and here I will minimize, and just I will copy this card and I will paste for all the column here also, and for this. So now guys, I will save this one and I will refresh. So here you can see it's added 4 card and 4 images, and every card has the unique image. So I have added the same image, but you can change images for each card, you can see. And when I'm hovering on card, so you can see the hover effect is added, you can see here. So now I have to do that is when I will hover on this images, so based on the hover, so this image I have to be changed. So for that, just first column I will show for the first column. So I will minimize all the columns. So all the columns, so just I will open this one, and when I will hover on this 3 product, so based on this 3 products hover, so this image will be changed. So here this is the 3 product image, you can see here. So I have to be add the hover effect on this 3 products. So here I will write the hover effect, so that is on mouse over, the method is on mouse over. And now here I have to be write the method name. So method name will be change image and parenthesis, this one. So now I will copy this one, and just here, just above of this end of the body tag, here I will write script, and I will write that is function, and the method name this one. And now guys, here same way, just I will copy this method. First of all, I will not copy, just I will show one thing. If I write as a parameter inside this method this keyword, so let's check it what it will be happen. So this I pass the parameter this keyword. Okay, so now for denoting this parameter in this method, I have to be pass a parameter. So here I will write the parameter name is source. So now if I write console.log, and inside this console.log, if I pass the parameter source, so now let's check it. So I will save, and I will open the console. So now if I have added the method in this, so when I am hover on this image, so you can see it's showing all the image tag, because here I have passed the parameter, that is this. So this means owner of this image tag. So when I pass this, so that means this image I am getting in the console. So I need only the source, so I can pass here this dot source, I mean this one. So that time when I will hover on this image, so that time I will not get all the image tag, just I will get the image source. You can see I'm getting image source. So the same thing I will copy from here and just I will paste. So if I paste this one, so that means this is the owner of now this image tag, and this one is the owner of this image tag. So when I will hover on this image, so I will get the source this image, and when I will hover this one, so I will get the source of this image. So now same thing I will copy and just I will paste for the last image. So now if I save and refresh, so now here when I will hover the last, so I am getting the source of last image. When I will hover on the second, so I am getting the second image. When I will hover the first, so I am getting the first image. So you can see I am hover, so I am getting the first image. Second, so I am getting second, because I also hover on the third. So if I third only, so you can see it's I'm getting third image. So when I'm hovering on the image, so I'm getting the image source. So if I add, I'm getting the image source. If I hover on this one, so I'm getting this image source. Hover this one, so I'm getting this image source. So the image source, if I put in this image, so I can change the this one based on the hover. So now what I will do, that is here I will pass the ID. So ID I will write, that is image, and now just here I will set that, I will write that is document dot get element by ID, and the ID is I will copy the ID which I write here, had written here, that is image, and paste. So dot set attribute is source, because in this image source I will set the image when I am hovering. So I am getting the image source. If I hover on the first image, so I am getting the image source of first image. So now this first image I have to be set the source of this image. So now the set attribute, this is the attribute, so this attribute I will set. So that's why this is the set attribute source, and here I will set this one, this source, so this one. So now save, and I will remove the console also. So save and refresh. So now if I hover, so you can see it's changed, because when I hover on this image, so that image source I have set in this ID's image source. I have written here the set attribute, that means it's setting the attribute source, and inside this attribute's value I am setting this source, and inside this source property I am getting the image path where I am hovering. So you can see it's changing based on hover, you can see here. Okay, so this is done. So this card I am not doing, because I hope you can do that for this card also. So I will give you the task, that is you can do by yourself for this rest of these 3 cards. Okay, so first card I have shown how you can do that. So hope guys this video is helpful to you. If you find this is helpful, so please subscribe and press the notification bell icon, and don't forget to like this video guys.